They say FBI don't report them. I see them for Insta, I read them for Twitter. I want travel out, they deny my visa. And if I manage get, my problem be bigger. Cause everywhere I go, then they point the finger. That's that email sender, credit card swindler. Stay away from that fraudulent nigga. I'm like, you probably seen a lot, that's a lot of shit. I get it, I'm trying not to get triggered. Then they say, no be your country get the Boko Haram. Not be your senator, we was madam for sex shop. But still they debate laws for the legislature. How you keep leaving these animals on the job? Now you be poverty capital of the world. And instead make you find solution. You detain person where they call for revolution. No be madness. What in the talk when I be true?
They go do like the no see say good you know they.
Tell me, what in the talk when I be true?
They go do like the no see say.
Thank you to the headies. I do appreciate this. I'm happy that music as a weapon of rebellion, as a tool for the revolution. Conscious music is being recognized tonight. That I am 100% happy about. Ladies and gentlemen, for the last year, I've done a lot of very, very conscious music. This, I will never stop doing. I believe music should be used. I believe music should be used as a tool to force the change that we're looking for. Thank you very, very much. My name is Faz the Bad Guy. Free Sowore.
They say FBI don't report them. I see them for Insta.
Hello.
I read them for
Okay.
Twitter. I want travel out, they deny my visa. And if I manage get, my problem be bigger. Cause everywhere I go, then they point the finger. That's that email sender, credit card swindler. Stay away from that fraudulent nigga. I'm like, you probably seen a lot, that's a lot of shit. I get it, I'm trying not to get triggered. Then they say, no be your country get the Boko Haram. Not be your senator, we was madam for sex shop. But still they debate laws for the legislature. How you keep leaving these animals on the job? Now you be poverty capital of the world. And instead make you find solution. You detain person where they call for revolution. No be madness. What in the talk when I be true?
They go do like the no see say good you know they.
Tell me, what in the talk when I be true?
They go do like the no see say road you know good do.
I know even wonder.
Alright. It's a review to Jamaica where follow at a pada. That's why I feel that familiar with that, you just know what I mean. So let's go there. Oh yeah, come, make we go. Make we go to all the places we thought we go let it go before. Make we go, make we see. Waiting they do for there, make we look and make we check and the true that they use, we go know. Anyways, how are you people? This is going to be a very short one. It's a review to Jamaica, like I said in that short song that I used as intro. So I've been away because I was busy at a collaboration concert, I have to do something on the side too. So I've been part of the production team and they needed me again this year at Celebration. Naturally I wasn't so available for it, but they couldn't get another person and then I didn't also want to disappoint them, so I had to okay, let me come in. So I've been busy doing some serious work. Sometimes I don't get to sleep. But then we have to do some other things too as well, So the topic, I should have addressed this long ago, but because of I was busy at Celebration concert, I was busy with several other things too. Don't also forget, I think I mentioned it before here, that I'm also running academic programs, currently running my MSc program. And then so it's about the time you are busy with project proposals, research and all that. So combination of all these things ain't easy. I also have family. I don't have a girlfriend yet, so I don't even have my own family yet, but I have family too. Like I have parents and siblings, all those combinations. But at any rate, so I should have addressed this long ago. Some of you already saw that video of Falana standing up at the Fela debate, protesting that they should not have recognized Mghalu in that special way, while trying to make others look like, they weren't worth it beside Mghalu. Well, I should have clarified a few things there. The moment Falana was saying that thing, Falana SAN was saying that thing on the floor, I was like, no, it's not that Mghalu. It is not that Mghalu. It is another Mghalu. It's not Kingsley Mghalu. Even though we are aware that Professor Kingsley Mghalu already had resigned from YPP according to reports, But the report of Mghalu taking appointment from Buhari are dated back since more than 2 weeks before that particular event. So I knew about it, but I knew it was not the same Kingsley Mghalu. Alright. But even then, we have also heard that it's a proxy. We heard that it's a proxy appointment, that Kingsley Mghalu didn't want to take it directly, and they had to give it to another person related somehow. But whether that is the truth or not, what is important is that the person in that particular appointment was not Kingsley Mghalu. So immediately FF was seeing it, I was like, is it a development of just this moment that Kingsley Mghalu himself has now taken a new appointment, or is Falana also confirming that it's a proxy appointment? So it was later that Falana also got to know, so it's not the Mghalu, sorry. But then Professor Kingsley Mghalu also did not deny resigning from his party. It might be due to other reasons, don't forget. Now, this is the way I play. I play my game in a way that I let everybody already understand that no matter how much you think you are for one person and not for the other person, we have to learn to balance things. And this is what I'm simply trying to say here. What I'm simply trying to say is very simple. That, see, Mghalu may have resigned from his party not because he wanted to join another APC or PDP. He may have resigned because of certain things. Don't forget, when he joined the party, upon starting his campaign, he already let us know that he had spent over 200 million naira. Was that the amount of 2 billion naira? Just to create awareness that it was coming out, and that he must have also spent so much money within the party for them to have allowed him be the candidate. There are logistics in parties, don't forget. And then if you see Mghalu spend so much money and all of that, blah 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 blah, and that is having, why did he have to resign from his party? Don't also forget that even Sowore himself also had issue in his own party. Do you understand that? So even Fela Duto, he also had issue in his own party. At some point there was faction in his party. And I've always said this, that see, let's not say so person is not good and another person is not good. Let us always learn to balance it. The reality is that political party in Nigeria, running political party in Nigeria is not only expensive and not also complex, because the kind of people you meet there are people who are being set to you or set at you to break you, to weaken you, to divide your party, to unsettle you, and to destabilize. All of those things will happen within the party. All right. So on that basis, let us not always use it to judge one person against another person. Let's always learn to balance things. So Mghalu, Professor Kingsley Mghalu, was not the person who took the appointment. It was another Mghalu. But then Professor Kingsley Mghalu has not so far denied that he resigned from the YPP. Reasons may still be personal, as I said. Every of these fresh candidates also had issues in their respective parties. So let's not judge people or jump into conclusions for them or on behalf of them. Now let me come back to what I was trying to clarify. If you look at the topic again, I said between Professor Wole Soyinka, Femi Falana, SAN, then the matter for Sowore and Mghalu. That particular event at Neka House, the Fela debate, is very instructive, and I'm going to run through some background. It is to help us understand a few things before future events will take place again, because this thing may have dated back to a time some of us in the public do not know, and I'm going to quickly let you know a few things. Now, you see, Professor Wole Soyinka came to that event on the day. That is on the day of, you know what I'm talking about. He came to that event on that day. He came with Professor Kingsley Mghalu. He then left Kingsley Mghalu, that's Professor Kingsley Mghalu. He left Professor Kingsley Mghalu to continue to represent him. Do you understand it? Professor Soyinka came in with Professor Kingsley. It was Professor Soyinka that was invited. He came with Professor Kingsley Mghalu and then said Professor Kingsley Mghalu will represent him, and then left. Recall that the last year, the same event of last year, because every celebration concert, week-long concert, begins with the Fela debate. Last year, it was the presidential candidates, the new presidential candidates, that were invited to come and speak at the Fela debate. Professor Kingsley Moghalu was not present. It might be due to his unavailability. He might have been unavoidably absent, but he was not there. Sowore, Eunice Atuejide were there. Duro Toye was there. Dr. Obi Ezekwesili was represented. Yes, I think she was represented, and then Professor Kingsley Moghalu wasn't there. Now, this year, Sowore is in detention. Others were not invited. Professor Soyinka was invited. Professor Soyinka then brought Professor Kingsley Moghalu, which the organizers then decided would be okay since Professor Kingsley Moghalu was not able to make it last year. This year is probably trying to make up for his absence last year, but the election is already over. Now, they then introduced him as one of the options Nigeria had but never voted for such person like him in the past election. Why are we repeating all our oppressors? So the organizers were trying to make such case to say, oh, why are we repeating our oppressors? You had a person like Professor Kingsley Moghalu. You people did not vote for somebody like him because he was there. Now, he got the hype, they gave him the hype and all of that. Now, when it was time for question and answer, Falana essay and then got up and took the mic, grabbed the mic and said, it's very unfair for you to single out Professor Kingsley Moghalu and hype him and make it look like he's better above others. It will be unfair because you are giving him a hype. He was not here last year when the real matter was on. You are now giving him a hype post. And by the way, it does not even represent what we are talking about here. What we are talking about here is people who are consistent like Fela. How does Moghalu represent the kind of ideology we are preaching? Moghalu just left his party. He has resigned from his party, and he has also joined APC, joined the oppressors and all of that. So, but let me quickly take that aside, that Femi Falana already corrected that in subsequent press release, that he mistook the identity of the other Moghalu that took the appointment for that of Kingsley Moghalu, who resigned from his own party. But something may be connecting there. That's on the side. I'm not interested. But what matters that I want us to be aware of in case of future developments so that we will know how to perhaps place them or interpret them properly is that something might have been happening as a matter of choice or interest between Falana and Wole Soyinka. How do I mean? Professor Wole Soyinka brought Professor Kingsley Moghalu as his anointed candidate in the last election, his choice. And that was what the organizers of the event said, or the anchor said when he came in, that the only person that Professor Wole Soyinka could, boast of and say, this is the person I support in the last election. It was a lot of hype for Kingsley Moghalu, which was what made Falana get up and say no. That Soyinka, chose him, but Soyinka may not even be aware that this person has already resigned from his party and is already doing with the same, Then I also recall that I also saw another headline that I have not yet confirmed, but I can tell you it's almost true. Is that Professor Soyinka's daughter also took appointment from this APC government about the same time that they were reporting that Moghalu took appointment from APC. Alright. Now, Professor Wole Soyinka has the choice of Moghalu. Falana is of the opinion that no. And let me come back to Professor Wole Soyinka. Don't forget that this event about celebration of Fela is about Fela. And now Fela is a cousin to Professor Soyinka. So they are families. Professor Soyinka and the Felas are family. They are cousins. And you can check it. They are cousins. So Professor Soyinka and Fela are cousins. So Professor Soyinka brought Moghalu in to the program of Fela and said, this is the anointed one. Alright. Now Falana on his own believes that no, this person that you are presenting does not represent the idea that we are looking for in future. there's some kind of a row between them now. Do you understand it? Now, and I also noticed something. Falana's son is Falz the bad guy. I hope you are following it. I hope you are following this. Now, Falana's son is Falz the bad guy. This year's celebration concert, Falana did not attend. Falz the bad guy did not attend. Are you following what we are saying? Are you following it? Falz the bad guy did not attend this year. Tonight is the last. I'm not sure I'm attending tonight, right? I'm not sure about that. But it does not look like Falz the bad guy will attend. It does not look like Falz the bad guy will attend. How do I know? I already thought before that Falz the bad guy was not in town. But when I saw him at the Eddies Award, I even clinched an award and was making a dedication and saying free Sowore now while speaking upon receiving the award. And he did not attend celebration concert. Then something came up in me like, oh, this thing is taking a shape. This story is taking a shape. There's a dimension to this thing. Now the Soyinkas and the Falanas may have been trying to make statements with their family statuses, or trying to take positions. But this is where I stand regardless. And if attending this one or this particular concert will make me look like I'm in support of this thing, let me avoid it. I hope you are following it. I may be wrong. I'm just trying to let you know what I know so far. Alright, and let us analyze it together. I'll read comments. I'm seeing the comments. Do you understand it? Now, so Soyinka's position is for Mghalu. Some people are trying to say Mghalu and Soyinka belong to one thing. I'm not interested. I don't even understand it. Alright, but maybe they have worked together somewhere before, and Soyinka finds him fantastic. Alright. Don't also forget, and let us not make mistake, that Soyinka does not like Sowore. Soyinka loves Sowore, and I'll explain. Before Soyinka even announced that Mghalu will be the person that he has no choice than to present, Professor Soyinka had first informed Sowore himself that come, let's face this thing. Everybody knows that you have this capacity and all of these things, but I belong to a board somehow, and I'm constrained that they have literary, professorial board and all of that, and maybe they decided, and Professor Soyinka is constrained to present Mghalu as a result of maybe some works or networks that they have done together or something. Alright. So Sowore was the person to have announced it first before Professor Soyinka came out with it. So that shows to you that Professor Soyinka may not have been a bad person after all. He was just probably constrained to have brought out Mghalu as the candidate that a board he is a member of has said, well, this is what this board wants, and then you are the face of the board, or you are one of us and you have a voice, so present him. He may have been constrained, and as a result of that constraint, he decided to inform Sowore first. He said, guy, I know your capacity, but see, I belong to a board, and they have said this is what I should do. If I disobey them, it will look like, just like if you belong to a party and they may call it anti-party. So that shows that Professor Soyinka still loves Sowore and knows what his capacity is. I'm just trying to let us know some dynamics around some things so that we can all look at it together, see the merit in the actions of these individuals or these isolated individuals. Alright? Now, I'm doing all of this so that in case of subsequent or future events, if anything turns up, we'll have idea of, oh, there's some kind of this background to it. Family, business association, board membership of something, literary society, activism. They are all different kinds of societies on their own that have influences or direct bearing on different individuals. Soyinka is a literati or professor of literature. Falana is a lawyer. Those are different societies, for instance. All right. Soyinka is also has also sat on boards in the past of so many things. That Mghalu was a deputy president or vice president of the Central Bank of Nigeria. They may have worked together also before. And then Falana and Sowore, Falana and Soyinka, Soyinka and Sowore. If you look at this dynamics, they have interplays, and we have to understand all these things. So let us not disrespect anybody against another person. All right, I know what I'm saying. Let us just understand that there are interplays. That's what I'm simply trying to clarify here. I hope somebody understands me. All right. So far, the bad guy may not attend celebration at all this year, except something changes tonight. Maybe from what I'm saying now, they may say, "I like just go there so that it doesn't look like, But he's not attending this, and he's in Nigeria because it was at the Edis. All right, it was at the Edis, so he's in Lagos, but he may not be attending celebration. Now, another lesson from this is, please train your children well so that they can be voices for you too. All right. First, the bad guy is Falana's son. Do you understand what I'm saying? Falana's son, and where Falana stands, the son also continues to marshal. This is the mood of the nation, and my father is standing there. I believe in what my father is saying, and I support him. So when he was clinching the award, he was saying, "Free Sowore." Maybe somebody wants me to repeat that, and I'll do just that now.
Thank you to the headies. I do appreciate this. I'm happy that music, as a weapon of rebellion, as a tool for the revolution, conscious music is being recognized tonight. That I'm 100% happy about. Ladies and gentlemen, for the last year, I've done a lot of very, very conscious music. This, I will never stop doing. I believe music should be used. I believe music should be used as a tool to force the change that we're looking for. Thank you very, very much. My name is Faz the Bad Guy. Free Sowore.
So I hope you heard that. I hope you heard that last part. Free Sowore. It's a statement. All right, at the end is. All right, people. Let me take some comments and then we'll close it. I'm running out of battery already. There's no electricity. All right. Yes, tomorrow is here. What time is it now? 7:50. I said I'm going to try and see if I can muster some money to book. I've not booked to go to Abuja yet because I'm not sure I can muster the fund yet. I'm trying to see. But tomorrow is the hearing on the variation of bail for Sowore. I may not be attending because I'm cash strapped right now. I've been busy with other things too, and I also have responsibilities. But whatever the case, even if I'm in Lagos, I will monitor it. I wish to go though, But then I know that some people will always say, Shegun, why not continue to announce so that we can support you or sponsor you to go? I've not asked for the price, the amount of, round trip to and fro Abuja tomorrow. But what I would do is that just in case somebody might want to say, we want you to go at all costs. That's the detail on the screen that you always ask me to. People are advised that I should continue to put it even if I'm not sure somebody is responding or anything. That's it on the screen, and then that's my WhatsApp number, just in case you want to reach out. All right, so let me see if I can get to read some comments, and then change your phone. Now, why will your battery low? I'm not using battery to do this. I'm not using phone to do this live stream. This is studio streaming. I'm using system. I'm using system. And the system is out of battery as I speak with you. I need to get another inverter. Something happened to the last one I used. It's very faulty. The battery is completely drained and it's no longer working. So, yeah, Nigerians are not useless. They are just responding to. They are just victims of goings on in their society. Nigerians are not useless, and that's in response to the person saying Nigerians are useless. Nigerians are not. Rose is Nigerians are not useless. All right. There's something we in psychology we call it learned helplessness. Nigerians feel very helpless, so they have learned the helplessness, and as a result, they have resorted to religion. You know, if you see people always going to church to say, let's just go and pray, let's continue to pray, let's just continue to pray. There's nothing prayer cannot do. It's because they have given up. So Nigerians are not useless. It's just the issue. All right. Yes, most Nigerians are coward, high service people. The silent moments, Falana say free Sowore. You should know the kind of crowd that was at that Edis. In fact, what would have been surprising is if they responded well. The kind of crowd at the Edis are the people who are children of the bourgeoisie people, you know. They are children of the bourgeoisie and capitalists. People who just want money, who are always about money. So people who just push and just go to snap in the toilets, they snap in the bathroom, they snap everywhere. The messages like this, conscious messages like this don't really reach them. So for Falana to be saying that kind of thing, most of them are the people you see coming online to be abusing Sowore. For Falana to have cliched an award and be saying free Sowore to them, it's strange, and they're like, you know. We have an oppressive system that needs to change in the coming revolution. Absolutely. It's reaching everyone gradually. The police CP2 has to parent and son to regain freedom. No be today, bro. You know now for real now. You know. In fact, there was even a theory that police, soldier, and the rest of them also know about kidnappings in the country. So funny and so strange, very crazy, you know. But at any rate, I'm running out of battery. I just had to do this quickly because of people who are like, we don't hear from you again. What is happening? I kept promising them, don't worry, one of these days I'll come online. So today, I decided to come online. I'm online. I hope you find this. I hope this broadcast meets you well, and I hope that I've been able to make the point for you to understand clearly. Let's not fight anybody. Soyinka has not wronged anybody. It's just constrained, and he's also doing what he feels that he should do at the moment, that the moment requires, you know, what the circumstance calls for. And it tells us why it's a long walk to freedom, because this country, as we speak right now, everybody is constrained by their own realities. Everybody is constrained, including the voter who is voting for because of 5,000 naira to repeat his oppressor. Is also constrained by the circumstance. Everybody is constrained by the circumstance. So you just have to understand it. Thank you so much, people. I got to go now. My PC is already telling me it's signing out. All right. Well, please put all the comments in the section. I'll read them because I got to go now, please. If I get enough funds, I'll try to check. I'll try to go to Abuja tomorrow to report it live. Otherwise, I'll monitor it from here. Thank you so much, people. Until next time, please don't stop talking about the things that matter. So I leave you with please let us free Sowore. Bye for now.
We no go gree again. For the money powers, they no go rule again. God save Nigeria, then don't they come again. Mental slavery motion, we no go gree again. I beg packages Naija, Baba we good result. Nigeria people good now, then they push us to the world. Security, oh your hospitality, oh your Mama Africa, no food to eat again. Papa Nigeria, your kids are running away. Wale Adenuga, the story super. Natural resources is for everybody. Bring him back, Omoyele Sowore. Bring him back, Omoyele Sowore. For security, electricity, for humanity, technology, bring him back, Omoyele. what to do. Make people know that nine me boys they do yahoo. Sound education these people no fit produce. Beautiful garden animals turn them to zoo.